Hello, good morning all. Today we are going to see how IoT works. First, look at the diagram. You can see in the diagram, you can see arrows are passing from IoT devices to the cloud and then cloud to remote, and then using the applications, user can ask or request the analyzed data. So, so IoT devices contain sensor, mini computer processors that act on the data collected by the sensors via machine learning. So IoT devices is what here different sensors, okay, connected to the internet devices, whatever. Then your data is then gone on to the cloud, okay, for storage purpose. When it is kept onto the cloud, you are going to be analyze the data. So machine learning is one of the media to analyze the data. It's when computer learn in a similar way like the humans by collecting the data from their surroundings, and it is what makes IoT devices smart. These data can help the machine learning to learn your preferences and adjust self accordingly. So without human, machine learning is going to act like a human. It is learning by its own, concluding by its own, and showing the result by its own. Okay, so machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that help computers learn without having a program by someone. Getting? So this is what all in a remote step analyze process work. So this is what you can see into the picture, that is IoT architectures. Okay, the previous similar diagram, that previous diagram, this diagram is just showing into the deeply. So you can see here applications are there. You can see different applications. They are connected to the cloud for requesting or asking the access or what is permissions or any grants. So cloud and the devices, permission devices are attached through the gateway. Then sensor, actuators and all the IoT devices are going to store the data on drivers or devices. Okay, so this is what the in detail pictured diagram of IoT architecture. You can see here, this is the another diagram for IoT architecture for all of you. So you can see here, we have just talked about the gateway, that user mobile app are connected to the cloud during the gateway, okay, to ask or to fetch the data. So you can see here sensors like temperature sensor, humidity sensor, pressure sensor, motion sensor. Okay, these sensors are connected or they are sending the data onto the cloud through a gateway. Okay, so with the wireless communication, because they are connected through the internet. And you can see here mobile applications are directly connected to the cloud. Okay, there are also verification validations are available in between the cloud and the mobile app. Lots of different permissions are there to reach towards the cloud for any user from his Android. But this is the pictorial view. Okay, basically you can find out internet technology has a wide variety of applications and use of internet of things, which is growing so faster. Depending upon different application areas of IoT, it works accordingly as per it has been designed or developed. But it has not a standard defined architecture of working which is strictly followed universally. Okay, so this is, there is not any standard defined architecture which is universally followed. Universally followed means socket on your switchboard. So the socket size is universally standard. So everywhere in India, if you can see, the socket size of your plug is same, universally same. But there is not such a standard defined architecture of working which is strictly followed universally for IoT. Okay, the architecture of IoT depends upon its functionality and implementation in different sensors. Okay, so still there is a basic process to follow it. Okay, so here you can see there are four different stages of IoT architecture that you can see that are somewhat follow depending upon the IoT architecture. So first one is the sensor, second is internet of thing, that is IoT gateways or framework, or third is a cloud server, and fourth is a mobile app. Let's discuss about the first layer. That you can say basically the architecture, IoT architecture has been divided into the four stages. Okay, so out of that first stage is the sensor, or you can say actuators. So sensors are everywhere to sense data from atmosphere or place. For example, temperature senses temperature from the room and share it through the IoT gateway. Sensor will sniff a wide variety of information ranging from location, weather, environment condition, running machine, from human body to engine to maintenance data, or to health essentials of the vehicle, whatever you are sensing. Okay, so the process of sensing start with the sensors or actuators that are connected devices to any of monitor or a control device or a physical device. So sensor captures the data regarding the status of the project or environmental conditions. Okay, just like I just told, like temperature, humidity, chemical composition, fluid level, okay, whatever, fluid flow into the pipe or speed of a assembly line, whatever. Okay, in all these cases sensor might detect all the condition of the event that are required. So this is the one of the basic first stage into the IoT architecture that will be followed. Okay, that will be followed. So the second stage is IoT and gateways. Okay, so as the name rightly explains, it is a gateway to the internet for all the things, devices that we want to interact with. A gateway act as a carrier between the internal network of sensor node with the external internet or WWW. Okay, they do this all by collecting the data from sensor or transmitting them to the internet infrastructure. Suppose at this point the volume of the data is maximum. The data quantities can be used specially, for example, in the factory setting where hundreds of sensors may be gathering the data simultaneously. For this reason, a data is also filtered and compressed to the optimum size for the transmission. So, before transmission, if the data is high, data is going to be filtered or compressed also. So, the third step is cloud. Third step is cloud. The data transmitted through the gateway is stored and processed securely within the cloud server, that is in data centers. Okay, so cloud, in the cloud there are data centers include. This process the data is then used to perform intelligent actions that make all our devices as a smart devices. In the cloud or analytics, decision making happen considering user comfort. Okay, so in this stage a powerful IT system can be brought into to analyze, manage, securely stored the data, okay, onto the data centers. This is usually takes place in the corporate data or in a cloud, where the data from multiple field or sensors can be combined to provide a broader picture of overall IoT system, okay, or to deliver a actionable insights to both IT and business managers, okay. So at this level, industry specific and company specific applications can be used to perform in depth analysis or to apply business rule to determine whether the actions needed or what to actions taken, okay. So this is what all about the cloud. The fourth stage of your IoT architecture is mobile applications, or you can say pre-processing or analytics, okay. So the mobile app will be help the end user to control or monitor their devices. This app push important information from the cloud on your smartphones or tablet. After analytics, information is in the form of graphs, bar, or in pie diagram forms. Display the user in user friendly manner. From mobile application, we can send a command to the sensors to change the default values, like changing default temperature of the air condition or many more, like default रिस्टोर जिसको हम बोलते हैं, जो प्रीवियसली डिफाइंड कंडीशन है उनको हम सेट कर सकते हैं थ्रू दिस स्टेप. Once the IoT data has been digitized and aggregated, it will need processing to further to reduce the data volume before it goes to the data center or cloud. Just I previously told you, compression and aggregation is done when the volume of the data is very high. The edge device may perform some analytics as a part of pre-processing. Machine learning can be very helpful at this stage to provide feedback into a system or to improve the process on ongoing basis without waiting for instruction to come back the corporate data center or a clouds. So these all processes has been done in this fourth step of your architecture. So let's revise once again that IoT architecture doesn't have any standard format that will be universally followed. So it is working differently every time on the basis of how the sensors you have installed, okay. Into the diagram on your screen, you can see one picture that is going to show deeply or more elaborately for elaborative way that how the system IoT modules are connected in between each other. So IoT architecture has been generally categorized into the four stages that we have just seen. First is the sensors or actuator, then gateways, then cloud, and then pre-processing or mobile application, you can say. So this is what all about the IoT architecture, and whatever the four stages we have just categorized into the IoT architecture, that has been elaboratively shown onto the screen as in a diagram. You can learn this diagram, okay. And basically this is the theoretical point that IoT architecture, you have to draw the diagram and write about it. So main thing is that you have to remember that there are four different categorization for IoT architecture, okay. So we have just explained this, and this is fine for today's lecture. We have done IoT architecture today. Thanks for listening.